super late, but I do not care. I need some stream time today. Holy crap. Irritation, thy name be today. So, hey everybody. Welcome to a bit of a shorter one today. Hey, because, yeah. Yeah, went and did some viewing, got the paperwork, which is mostly filled out, and then hit a frickin' roadblock when it came to getting the damage deposit ready to go. Because of course. So now it's just a case of I need to get the actual physical card so I can get that dealt with. Because of course stupid crap has to happen, you know? Alright, let's go ahead and just get started, because, yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I should. Ugh. There we go. Alright. Let's do this. So, Dark Bishop has to reach his destination, make sure he's not routed. Yay. Alright.
Let's earn our keep.
Let's get this short little stream done.
That's not so bad.
I'm not one to take on a hopeless fight. Will you aid us?
There we go. This way I can at least get a little bit farther before I have to go to work. Go.
Don't mind if I do. We're not losing to anyone.
Let's just get these guys dealt with. There we go. Oh.
Now, when might I see the real sparks fly?
There we go. Yeah.
Rest is up to you. Can I face my comrades after this? Can I face my comrades after this?
And there we go.
This doesn't look good. Here it comes! Out of the way! You're done!
Oh, jeez.
lose hope. Yeah, right.
There we
The
go.
stronghold's ours.
You saved me.
Holy crap with that thing.
Let's move.
Tastes more bitter than blackest coffee. I'm dragging the others down. It worked.
Yay, another Ire General.
Looks like we got a live one. Time to get in there and fight. Here I go. No, they must learn who they're up against. Here goes. Yeah, I got it.
Let's get this operation underway. Starting the mission.
There's hope.
Here it comes. You're done.
Whoops.
Here it comes. You're done. Well, couldn't hurt. Here it comes. Take this. You're done.
My turn.
Watch this. Yeah, all right.
Take a breather. place won't be a problem anymore.
Yeah, I can defeat the demonic beast, but we're gonna just get with that. Okay. There.
I won't let.
Alright. That takes care of that. There we go. Okay, and now cannot switch between units during this battle. Interesting. Oh my god, with that thing. You overslept. I've been dealing with a lot of bullcrap today. Holy crap. Alright. Alright. He slept until noon. Ah! It's funny because until my noon, I couldn't even start. Give credit. It is what it is.
We've got an ally to rescue, so stay on your toes.
You literally didn't miss anything over my stream, that's for damn sure. There we go.
Help me! Someone! Anyone!
You're done!
Oh my god.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must look.
Go deal with that.
We won't lose, no matter what. Please find it in your heart to help me.
The stronghold's ours.
Oh, come on.
Let's get this operation underway, shall we? Starting the mission now.
Here goes. Yeah, I got it. Can't take much more of this. Please find it in your heart to help me. Help me! Someone!
God damn. This mission is really. Well, that's just bull.
It's over. There's no coming back from this.
That was bullcrap. That was straight bullcrap.
fight starts now.
Okay,
Here
let's
I
just
go.
do this
No mistake, they must
properly
learn who
right
they're
from
up
the
against.
start.
Let's get this operation underway, shall we? Starting the mission.
Here goes. Yeah, yeah. I'll see what I can do. We will surmount this challenge together.
Get going.
We won't lose, no matter what.
Please find it in your heart to help me.
Oh my god, Matt, give that up.
Please find it in your heart to help me. Help me! Someone! Anyone!
Bringing it down.
Out of the way!
Okay.
The stronghold's ours.
Here it comes.
And we're just going to do that.
You're done.
This place won't be a problem anymore. Done and done. Let's get this operation underway, shall we? Starting.
This is all my fault.
That turned out well.
Help me! Someone! Anyone!
Time to make a name for ourselves.
You're done.
We weren't strong enough.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
Sorry, but I gotta fall back.
It worked.
This is just the beginning. The way you fight is like that. I could watch you all day.
Alright, there.
It worked.
Don't mind if I do.
We're not losing to anyone!
Sure about that?
Here it comes. Take this. You're done.
Nice.
Let us begin.
Let's carve a sword.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must.
Fought through the battlefield.
My apologies, but we require immediate support.
All over the place.
Unstoppable.
You're getting the hang of that power of yours. I'm utterly exhausted.
That's not over.
Retreat!
Oh, God damn it, no.
Here it comes.
Can you not?
Out of the way! How can I face my comrades after this?
Allow me to lend you a hand.
You're done.
Too slow, but whatever.
I'm just glad we made it in time.
Holy fuck, that was annoying.
I won't. I'm getting.
And I'm totally not just clearing everything out. Alright.
What you think?
Luck 27 or higher. Ugh. I have to S rank that. Eh. Oh well. I'm not even gonna bother with any of that. I'll just do it in the next one. The Inexhaustible? Huh. Alright. Well. Oh my god. Joy-Con drift is absolutely the worst enemy. As well as banking app not working. And basically having to hope that my credit card that's being sent to me will come soon.
If everyone is prepared, it's time to make our move. Our troops attacking the gates have been instructed not to force their way in. Before long, the enemy will notice as much and realize we're already inside.
We need to locate and strike down the rebel leader. That should put an end to the insurrection. Along the way, you may encounter suspicious agents. They are the true masterminds behind the rebellion, and must all be eradicated.
Got it. Now let's get going before those bloodthirsty monsters hurt any of the hostages.
I haven't been this angry in a long time. When is that man going to stop being a thorn in Her Majesty's side?
Ah, how splendid. But do try not to become so flush with rage that you make a foolish error.
Perhaps if you grew flush with rage every now and again, you wouldn't have the complexion of a coffin dweller.
Quiet, both of you.
You don't have to do this, Ferdinand. You can always stay back if you have doubts.
No. Fate put me on this path, and now I must walk it.
All right. Definitely gonna assign healers. Let's have the wall-mounted catapults. And infiltration. Yeah, Ferdinand's gotta be one of them. So I'm actually going to swap Yuri with Ferdy. Oh my god! Jesus. That is just loud. I can hear that over the headphones and it's like, Jesus. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeesh. Alright, oh yeah, I wanted to put Monica into the main party. Because I believe a certain someone is in this map.
For Lady Edelgard.
Although I forgot something, so I need to return to the war map.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army.
There.
Everything has its use.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the
The
facilities.
marketplace. I do have enough that I could finish it if I needed to. Get that. Then I would just need purveyor's licenses to finish that off. And then for here, I need master smithing sets. And I also need advanced combat manuals. I only need 23 more advanced combat manuals.
Let me know if I may be of further service.
Okay.
Supplies
if
are
I
the
can do
lifeblood
that.
of any army.
Oh my god. Do I need the furnishings? I don't think I do.
Everything has its use. Supplies are the everything has its use.
Because I think the furnishings was the recreation
Allow me
center.
to assist with any matters regarding the facilities.
Oh my god, Matt, give it up. I'm sorry about the freaking noise. Because, god damn it. Matt does not give up.
Let me know if I may be of further service.
Supplies are the
Holy
lifeblood of any
crap.
army.
Okay. So yeah, I don't think I need luxurious furnishings. There we go. Now, I need 23. I needed 23 more. Can I do 23 more? I could do 19 more. Yeah. I think I can do 16 of these. And then as many lavishing building
Everything has
materials
its
as I
use.
can.
Allow me to assist with any
Pretty
matters
sure that
regarding the
means the
facilities.
blacksmith is done after this. And it is. There we go. Alright. So I just need 2 more lavish building materials and 10 purveyor's licenses. So literally all I need is 40 more lavish building materials. 30 advanced combat manuals, and 10 of the purveyor's licenses. And then I'm done.
Let me know
I will have
if I may be
upgraded
of
all
further
of the
service.
facilities at that point. Okay. Now, let's go to the training instructor because I want to level Monica.
Training
for
can be the
this.
difference between victory and defeat.
Monica.
Now I can be even more useful.
Okay. And I guess we could finish off the Ashen Wolves level ups.
A hard life sharpens the senses.
So, do I smile now, or what?
Alright. We'll just get all of the characters I need up to 45.
Experience.
Even an old man like me is still growing.
And Leone.
Still a long way to go.
Okay. We'll have to do.
My potential is so much greater.
Okay.
Can't wait to see how you do.
Large swaths of level ups. So now it's time for reclaiming Fort Mercius. I'll do the paralogs on the next one. In fact, I'm gonna save right here just in case. Alright. Momented catapults, false rumors, sign healers, hire mercenaries. Actually, no. Get rid of those. We'll do infiltration. Okay. Let's do it.
Enemy soldiers have breached our fortifications. To arms! Defend the glory of the Empire!
They've seen through our ruse already. Prepare to take the fortress.
Wait. Did it save the fact that that's Monica down there? Yeah.
Attachment is safely inside. We should wait to see how the enemy responds before we deploy.
Start by seizing the inner ward.
Mercenaries are no better than common bandits. How could my father make a deal with such a pack of rogues?
Looks like this ain't your lucky day.
We should have expected an ambush. We used to play hide and seek here all the time.
Here we have taken control of the fortress walls. Now we can move our catapults into position and attack.
Unleash the catapults. Break our enemy's spirit.
Looks like they're here. And once we kill them all, we'll have more riches than we know what to do with.
Look out! Somebody do some crowd control or something!
Alright.
This is going well. Almost too well. Is iron truly so short-handed?
That barrier was formed with dark magic. We must eliminate the caster in order to pass.
They only delay the inevitable.
We have the enemy where we want them! Unleash the arrows!
Of course.
Those ballistae require stopping.
go.
One ballista seized.
It's not over.
Go away.
This shady magic business just doesn't do much for me.
There. Alright, let's speed this up. Go away. There we go. I haven't even been checking the KO count.
I am your man.
Alright, let's do some damage. There. Oh, that's actually cool. Verdi is pissed. And really, who could blame him?
its magic walls or what have you. If you get in the way of Her Majesty, you will pay. Pathetic fools. And to think I was entertaining the idea of letting you scamper away.
Of course, Kranya shows up. Of course she's got a Viscom, because why wouldn't she?
I give you the biscuit. I hope you like the rest of the line, because that's exactly what's about to happen to you.
We'll be fools to try and force our way through this. Time has come to call upon our detachment.
A weapon of that scale is certain to be controlled by some kind of device.
On your command, we can use the agency scattered amongst the realms to throw the enemy into disarray.
Yeah.
It was a mistake to join this rebellion. Our allegiance lies with Emperor Edelgard. What's going on? Who's switching sides?
Enemies here! Kill them all!
Oh my god, come on.
Great things await.
Oops, wrong button.
They got him? I do not appreciate that.
Like I give a shit. Hey, Kranya.
Rip you apart myself. The bad news is that you're going to die. The good news is that you won't be alone. Your punishment!
Oh, come on. Oh my god. Okay.
Hammer them while they're pinned down by that magic weapon.
Are you kidding me? Reinforcements? This day just keeps getting better.
Oh my god.
Why can you wield that power, huh? Who even are you?
Why don't you tell me? You seem to know more than enough about it already.
The Cremery special. Just don't kill her until I get. There. Okay. Now, let's go see Kranya. Assuming I can get over there, damn it. Yeah, that's gonna reach over. But that's okay. Okay. That sucked.
I can't
Screw you and die, Karanya.
I never expected much from those shifty vermin. And here I am with the cold embrace of the grave hovering at my shoulder.
Well, we've smashed their little token. Let's see what their next move will be.
I thought our victory was assured. How could everything have gone so wrong?
The writing is on the wall, but those fools would sooner perish than admit it.
These guys are annoying.
I'm the fire orbs! We'll rain death down upon them from above.
Of course.
Fire orbs? Those must be new. A little ghost, if you ask me.
They look real dangerous, though. Also, what's a ghost?
It's them. Conjure a magic shield to safeguard our comrades.
You're done!
Pay attention now.
Your Majesty, forgive my lateness. The outer defenses only just fell.
On the contrary, your timing is perfect.
Is that Voldemort? Why must he always show up at the worst possible moment and ruin everything? You're done!
Ugh.
I don't know how we made it, but we did.
Enemy down. You're the ace up our sleeve.
I never should have come to this accursed place. Viscount Fenya, Viscount Menya, forgive me.
I'm coming for you, Father. Give the enemy no place to hide.
There is not a question of can. Only leave this to me.
Here I go. No mistakes. Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
I will gladly handle this. Orders received. It's Bernie's time to shine! Sure hope this goes okay.
Let's get this operation underway, shall we? Starting the mission now.
Seize every key position in the fortress.
The enemy is getting too close to Duke Iron. We must hurry to his side.
But you are far too late now.
Please let us take this place down. I need somewhere to hide. Leave this one to me. That's my cue. I will gladly have orders received.
Right then.
Let's get this starting the.
Let's get this operation underway. Starting the mission now.
I'm bringing it down.
Out of the way!
Let's get this operation underway. Start. Let's get this operation underway, shall we? Starting the mission now.
Here I go. No, they must learn who they're up against.
It's Bernie's time to shine! Sure hope this goes okay. I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
Right then. Let us go to...
Please let us take this place down. I need somewhere to hide.
Let's get this operation underway, shall we? Start.
I'm bringing it down.
I think that's the end of the reinforcements.
My name is Ludwig von Iron. I see the Empire in the throes of a terrible sickness. And I intend to cure it or die in the attempt.
Now perhaps we can stamp out those who slither in the dark. This is just the beginning.
The mark you've left on history deserves an epithet. The Swifting Shadow, perhaps.
So, my son, you come to claim your poor father's health at last.
I come to do my duty. No more, no less. I'm all right.
I must not fall. The Empire needs me.
I am your man. No mercy. This is war.
I will not falter until I see the Empire's glory and principles restored.
Time has moved on from you, Father. You cannot unwind.
Ah, I interrupted that. Can't unwind time.
That is enough. There is no escape for you.
Go on then. I'll leave for you the final blow.
You leave me nothing. This was ever my burden to bear. Father! No, you are just a traitor now. In the light of your crimes against the Empire, the punishment is death!
Send a runner to House Menya and have them deliver the letter I drafted. Also, take the soldiers under your command and begin investigating any magic constructs abandoned by the enemy.
At once, Lord Hubert.
It must be awful to end your own parents' life.
Come on, Ferdinand. Let's get going.
No. You may continue without me. I would like to stay here a moment. Just a moment longer.
Hubert, we have a messenger from the Alliance, and I need to know where our Western campaign stands. Ferdinand, may I have a word? I thought I'd let you decide how to punish your father's followers now that they've surrendered. Furthermore, this incident has led to the end of Fenya and several other noble houses. We need to settle the matter of the next Duke Ire, and we need to do so quickly. So if you don't mind...
Is this your attempt at solace, Edelgard?
What?
I will punish the troops, and I will find a way to administer my father's lands. You can trust in me, Your Majesty. And thank you for considering my feelings in the matter.
Yep. I am gonna go ahead and give a gameplay negative to that map, because that map was just annoying. It wasn't that it was hard, it was just annoying. To the point of just, what the fuck?
Seems like fighting's all I do these days.
I won't let myself stop here.
Too many bullcrap enemies, too many bullcrap things happening? Yeah, no.
I'll surely put this to good use.
Alright. Good amount of money, though.
I never expected we'd have our hands this full after returning from Fargus. Still, we've managed to quell the turmoil and maneuver our way back to Enbar.
Due to the valiant efforts of Count Berglis and his Aryan Road garrison, the kingdom's counter-offensive has hardly put a dent in the western lines. I wager the reinforcements reached them in time.
It's a good thing we do not have to maintain a large military presence in Leicester. But of course, that was Her Majesty's plan all along.
We'd be up to our shoulders in trouble if we hadn't settled hostilities with the Alliance.
Do you think people in the Empire will be all right? I'm worried about the opera company, of course, but I'd also be devastated if anything happened to my friends in the capital.
The end result of all this was the complete expurgation of the Empire's remaining dissidents. In a way, we should be thanking them for handing us this opportunity on a gilded platter.
Adrestia deserves some stability for a change, so I think it's good that Her Majesty has total power now. With the opposing nobles wiped out, it's a breath of fresh air after the way things were under the old Emperor.
Lynn, think about who's here.
It is all right, Dorothea. I have moved on.
It's funny, though. I was sure my father would take part in the rebellion, but he just didn't. I mean, I feel like all he ever did was complain about Her Majesty, you know? I guess he was so scared of the church that he decided to stay holed up in Garreg Mach.
What is our next action, Lady Edelgard? If we are returning to the Western Front, I will have preparedness.
Fighting your own people sure takes the thrill out of battle. So let's go wall up the kingdom instead and put an end to all this. Who's with me?
All that remains is for Adrestia to claim victory.
And along those lines, I wish to present an idea. One last stratagem to ensure that we prevail.
We were successful in striking down Cronia at Fort Mercius. However, Lord Arundel, which is to say Talus, remains at large, and any schemes Solon may be plotting are so much conjecture in the wind. Still, his efforts in Rim territory effectively empowered the late Duke Ire to stage a coup. Whatever the case, he must have a very good reason for seeking to prevent the kingdom's fall.
But why would they help the people who are harboring the Archbishop? It makes no sense. Unless their aim is simply to prevent the war from ending by any means possible.
We know the kingdom's court mage, Cornelia, is connected to those who slither in the dark. They may have planted other associates in Fargus as well. If they already have the king's court dancing on strings, it stands to reason they would focus their attention on obstructing the Empire.
I agree the theory hangs together, but does that mean we should expect more interference?
We should, Your Majesty. Though I would at least like to think they no longer have anyone left who can act brazenly in the open.
And need we worry about our mercenary friend?
I was under the assumption that they had your implicit trust.
Absolutely, but not enough to purge all of the doubt from my heart. I once trusted my uncle, as well as the late Duke Ire, and he wasn't even replaced with a doppelganger. People who come in contact with those who slither in the dark are not the same afterward. How am I to trust anyone in a world where such a thing can happen?
I do not disagree, Your Majesty.
Yes, well, we must remain vigilant until the war is over for good and all. Although I wonder if we can rest easy even then.
We still don't really know much about Solon, Cronia, and Talus. I was thinking this would be a chance to learn about my power, or who you actually are. But, oh well.
Oh well. Is that all you have to say for yourself?
I mean, I'm still curious, but my attention right now is on the battles ahead. And hey, it's not like knowing the truth would change much for you anyway. Even if I am related to those slithering people somehow, it's not like I'd want to split up with you.
That's music to my ears. It's incredible to see just how fast you've matured. Makes me proud to call you my partner in destiny. Is this what being a parent feels like?
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, this war will be over soon, so let's do what we've got to do to see it through together. I'll be counting on you, Arval.
Scarlet Blaze, torment of the Eagle and Lion. Edelgard succeeds in containing Ayer's insurgency, and while she is concerned by the absence of the nefarious Talus, she prepares her army for the next step.
Fucking finally!
The time is nigh to crush the kingdom and Central Church's growing momentum and put an end to the war once and for all.
I've gathered you here in Garreg Mach because the time has come. We are returning to the front.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting to hear that forever. Let's go wreck things!
For the next phase of our campaign, we'll be working with the Alliance's leader, Claude, to tighten our cordon around the kingdom. Rather than try to advance on the Western Front, we'll join forces with the Alliance and press in from the east.
This means we'll be marching northeast from the monastery and infiltrating Galatea.
I hope we can finally end it this time. I don't think I can deal with doubling back again.
Agreed. This slog has slogged on long enough.
Worry not, friends. I'll not be blindsided twice. I promise you that. We won't rest until all of Fodlan is united. We will fight tooth and nail for it, and we'll do so together.
So, we're finally dusting off our armor and going somewhere, huh? You must really want to end this war if you're letting the two of us loose on the kingdom.
Quite right, Captain Geralt. We will not accept anything less than the fall of the royal capital. You and your mercenaries will be marching with us. This is not a problem, I trust.
Let's just say I have a history with someone at the capital and leave it at that. But if the time's come for me to sort that out, then so be it. In any case, we're ready to go, right, kid?
We'll earn our keep.
Gotta say, I'm excited to be fighting with you for a change.
We made some headway on the Western Front once the Empire pulled its main force back.
What does it matter when their Minister of Military Affairs still holds Aryan Road? Even if we were in a position to keep throwing troops at those walls, we're never going to crack them.
But if we keep digging our heels in here, their main force will be on us again in no time.
It appears they have already dealt with the insurrection at Fort Mercius. If they don't come at us from the west, they'll soon waltz right in from the east.
Might I offer a suggestion, King Dimitri?
Of course, Lady Rhea.
We should retake Garreg Mach. It is the only way to reverse our current fortunes. If I call upon the Church's faithful, they will come running from every corner of Fodlan to liberate the monastery in the goddess's name. With Garreg Mach under our control, we will be able to keep the Imperial army in check. Additionally, it might convince some of the more fickle Alliance lords to reconsider their loyalties.
I mean no disrespect, Lady Rhea, but this proposal hardly seems...
There is more. As you know, the Bishop of the Southern Church is currently seated at the monastery. If we remove him, it reminds the world anew that Archbishop Rhea is the rightful head of the Church of Seros. I believe this will shake some of the more devout Adrestian lords from their Emperor's grip.
While their faith may waver now, Adrestia is still the cradle of the Church of Seros. There are yet many pious believers among their nobility. If we can pull them to our side, it may shift the war back in our favor.
We should strike while the iron is hot. I will get the word out at once.
Hold, Lady Rhea. While I now concede that your plan to retake the monastery has some merit, I must ask that you alert no one.
And why not? I need only say the word, and an army of believers will flock to our cause.
Yeah, but
yes. And the moment the enemy spies people flooding in from across hill and dale, they'll realize what we're planning and bolster their defenses.
Exactly.
You believe their defenses are mightier than the faith of the people? By the goddess, have our enemies truly become so powerful? In that case, what do you propose?
We entrust the eastern lines to houses Karen and Galatea, then ride en masse toward Aryan Road. The enemy will think we intend to assail the Silver Maiden, but instead, we break east.
East? Then we'll be attacking the monastery through the Valley of Torment. I get your thinking now. If we attack from the west, Aryan Road would be at our backs, and the Empire could box us in.
Very well. I have no objections. My church members will assist in guiding your soldiers through Aelal. The monastery is holy and precious to us, and by the name of the goddess, I swear, it will be ours again.
Good. Then I'll ready the troops. Lady Rhea, Sedith, I place all of our futures in your hands.
Story plus for their plan to retake Garrett Mock. That was good.
So, this is probably a giant waste of everyone's time, but I've got an idea.
Eliminate the need for ingredients when cooking. Okay.
What if we tried this?
Increase the recovery effect of allied strongholds. Ooh, I like that one.
I have the most brilliant idea. I have a stratagem. I shall ensure it is done with no mistakes.
Shall we?
This one, yeah. They're all good suggestions. Not gonna lie. And of course, new supports are available. Haha, that's a lot. You know what? I probably should go deal with that. So, I'm gonna go ahead and double check this. Half an hour? Really? Yeah, so in other words, I should probably cut this a bit short. Alright, well, let's do some supports then. As we finally get a whole bunch of them ready to go. Let's go ahead and... let's get the Ferdinand ones out of the way, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do... then we'll go ahead and we'll do the supports and then we'll chop off, I think. I mentioned it was going to be a short one.
Ask Edelgard to handle this matter. As for this one, it seems as though I have no choice but to do it myself. If only I could spare the time.
Hey, Ferdinand. You should probably think about getting some sleep. That's an order, actually, from Hubert. But I agree with him.
My apologies. My list of responsibilities has grown rather unwieldy of late. Exhausted as I may be, I will be done here shortly. You need not fret.
Ferdinand, come on. I thought you were supposed to be giving everything your all. If you're really that tired, how are you going to be in any shape for what's coming tomorrow? Go on and give your all to a good night's sleep.
Yes, you are right. How could I, of all people, not realize the error in my ways? I shall take that to heart.
Glad to hear you're coming around. Oh, and finish fast, okay? Here, I'll even help. I don't want to go to bed just to find out you stayed up all night working. Let me just...
Wait.
What's up?
Never mind. Thank you for the concern. I will be sure to convey my gratitude to Hubert later as well.
Don't forget. He's really worried about you, you know?
Is he now? Usually he finds any occasion to criticize me.
Same here.
Is that so? Dear, I thought he had taken a shine to you.
If he has, he sure doesn't show it.
Ah, before I forget, what would you think about coordinating our schedules tomorrow? I've been so absorbed in my work of late, we've scarcely had the chance to spend time together. I have been pouring all of my effort into rising early, training, eating, and in the process, I have neglected our friendship. As fellow advocates of giving one's all to all of life's pursuits, I say we work together to draw out each other's dormant potential.
Works for me. My schedule's pretty light these days. It'll be good to spend some time together, but just so we're clear, we are not on the same page with this whole giving our all thing.
Splendid! This should serve as all the motivation I need to continue pressing onward undaunted. And with that settled, I believe it is time for us to devote ourselves fully to a tranquil slumber. Come, our lump-riddled camp beds await our zealous efforts.
Okay, this time you are joking, right? It's seriously impossible to tell with you sometimes.
That was good. Gotta do the Hubert one first.
I suppose that will be enough for today.
Splendid spearwork. You are every bit the ideal of a nobleman. One who wields both lance and pen with equal aplomb.
Hubert, as ever, you managed to materialize when one least expects it. If you insist on showing up in the middle of training, do not complain if you find yourself mistakenly skewered.
Yes. Accidents do so often happen during such exercises. Why, you could stab the life out of me here and now and still readily explain it away as a mere accident.
Enough, Hubert. Even if you are joking. Although, I suppose it was I who first spoke flippantly. You have my apologies.
I am ever at a loss to reply when you insist on apologizing so earnestly. In any event, your training has a certain ghastly quality about it of late. I found myself curious what it was that so impelled you, and came to check on the situation.
I should think it obvious. The climax of this war is upon us. Thus, I have to focus myself all the more and work vigorously toward ultimate victory. I do this for my comrades, for the Empire, and for a better future.
And perhaps for your departed father?
Why would you think that? The father I looked up to, the one who served as a pillar of the Empire, died long ago. The man we fought at Fort Merceus was nothing but a traitor who lost sight of how to live. At this point...
Listen to me, Ferdinand. If you wish to deny my claim, just tell me I am mistaken. As they say, those who protest overmuch admit the truth unwittingly.
That was not my intention. Yet I cannot deny there is a part of my heart which thinks exactly that.
You have changed.
Well, no. Your true nature has not changed a bit. You are stubborn as ever, but there now also exists a rather flexible side to your personality. And you never change. And have not since the days when I was an ignorant young man. Since that time, you have proceeded unerringly along this road at Edelgard's right hand. But now I'll walk that same path. And it is the two of you who stand at the vanguard. If you have something to say, dispense with the flattery and speak plainly. Fine. I mean to join you both at the forefront, so our Emperor will have loyalty at both her right and left. We shall be Hubert and Ferdinand, the twin jewels of the Empire. The twin jewels of the Empire? Was it truly so amusing?
I actually think that's an awesome idea. But then again, I guess I'm a crazy guy. But maybe I'm just a nutcase. Yeah, okay. Let's do a chain. Edelgard and Ferdinand now.
You're in better spirits than I expected. You look at least 2 shades less pale than you did after the battle at Fort Merceus.
Oh, but your majesty does enjoy telling it like it is. Would it be the end of you to show a little compassion? No. Then you would just be pitying me. I do not know which is worse. Regardless, I am well. Thank you for noticing. Ask of me what you will, and I shall see it done.
I don't need anything from you, Ferdinand. Or at least not in that way. Just give me your usual effort, and that should be enough to get us through the upcoming battle.
You can count on me. Point me at a foe, and I will dispatch them with all haste. I cannot afford to die now, or my page in the history books will end in a most horrid fashion. Plagued by the guilt of striking down his father, Ferdinand welcomed the cold embrace of death on the battlefield. Or some such hogwash. Yes, I killed my father. And I would be a liar if I said it did not wound me nearly beyond reckoning. But I will not hate myself for it. It was the correct choice. I did the right thing.
Well, don't feel too bad. Imagine what they would write about me if we lose this war. Despite her futile attempts to wrest power from the Prime Minister, the Emperor's people turned against her and her life ended in abject failure. The end. I know exactly what the world would say of me, which is why I have no intention of losing.
I will not permit such a thing to happen. If ever my life were to be weighed against yours, I would gladly perish in ignominy if it meant keeping you alive and well. What? Did I say something amusing?
No, it's just... You're so strong, so proud. If all the world's nobles were like you, there would be no need to dismantle the aristocracy. That's all. I know it's a futile thought.
Nothing is futile. Though even I must admit it seems to be so, given the circumstances. Still, you vastly underestimate the potential of the aristocracy. For generations, our ancestors worked hand in hand, sharing knowledge and wisdom to administer our great land and ensure it was well protected. They acquired knowledge of the region and developed good policies to rule it. And in doing so, they earned the trust of the people. We cannot throw away everything they have built, It would be folly.
Of course not. What do you take me for? I'm dismantling the aristocracy, not their legacy. The common folk will take up the torch and carry on.
Do you believe they are ready? No matter how gifted they may be, they are only commoners. In order to replace the nobility, they need to be educated. Wait a moment. I see your plan now. You intend to establish a school. One that is not merely for nobles and wealthy merchant children, like the Officers' Academy once was. A school where anyone can enroll, regardless of wealth or standing, and get an education rivaling that of any noble.
Ferdinand? I cannot begin to guess where that idea sprung from. But this is exactly why I need you beside me as we shape the future of Adrestia.
You mean to say that you did not actually... So I was... Well, it is nice to be needed.
Well, yeah, because she needs idea people around her. Her dream requires pragmatism. You know?
What is Talus plotting? Will the capital be all right? If another imposter... Who's there?
Lady Edelgard? Is that you?
Bernadetta? What are you doing here at this hour?
Oh, well, I was maybe sort of hoping to hole up here for a while. This is one of my go-to spots when I want to be alone.
In that case, I apologize for intruding.
Oh, it's really not a big deal or anything. Lady Edelgard? Is everything alright? You seem, well, kind of down. If something's bothering you, I'd be happy to listen. If you don't mind talking to me, I mean.
Thank you, but I wouldn't know where to begin. Once the Emperor starts rattling off her many woes, you're likely to be trapped here forever.
Actually, that isn't what I meant.
Then, what did you mean?
Do you remember that time you told me how my curse was lifted? And then you started to say that yours was too? Well, I've been worried that curse has been eating away at you the way mine did with me. Is that why you're here all alone in the middle of the night?
I wasn't expecting you to see right through me quite so easily. But you're right. Something is eating at me. There is an enemy I thought I'd fought and beaten, which I believed freed me from my curse. Alas, that was wishful thinking. My enemy is still alive. And worse yet, he is not alone.
That sounds terrible. But I know how that feels. I've been struggling too. If I stay outside too long, I end up being seized by this panic that makes me want to hide away again. I guess I'm still learning how to deal with it.
That's how life is, Bernadetta. We all bear our scars, but the only thing we can do is keep going. The idea that nestling up to someone and being kind will make all of their pain disappear is nothing more than fantasy. That's simply not how such things work.
It's a mean old world, that's for sure.
But that's no reason to despair. After all, what are we fighting for but a world in which people are no longer left with scars like yours and mine? A world in which the people who wish to stand out can do so, while those who remain on the sidelines have their choice honored as well. That is the future we're building together.
Do you really think we can do it? Because if you do, I'm going to fight right alongside you, and then celebrate by locking myself in my room.
I'd say that's perfectly acceptable, so long as you've taken care of the things you need to do.
Aww, but doing things is the hard part. Stop being so difficult, world.
Don't mind me, I was just increasing some pluses. I forgot to jot down a note for battle suggestions. Alright, one last support to check out. And that's Akamanaga.
Interesting. Her Majesty refrained from drinking tea today. A bit unusual, don't you think? I believe the last time that happened was 15 days ago. Ergo, we can conclude she tends to renounce the beverage when...
Hey, remind me why I'm doing this again? What's the point of recording all this stuff? Why not just hang out with her?
It is not stuff. These are Her Majesty's great exploits. They must be accurately recorded and preserved within the annals of Imperial history.
Not sure I'd call her tea habits great exploits. No one's ever gonna need that information. And how do you remember this stuff? I couldn't even tell you what I had for breakfast this morning.
I remember everything Her Majesty does. Every word she has ever spoken to me. Every morsel she has ever eaten. Not to mention where and when she ate it. Every sigh that has escaped her lips. Each and every one of her favorite...
Yeah, let's stop there. This is all sorts of weird.
You could really take that into a billion directions.
Just think about it for a minute. Have you ever read a book on Adrestian history that lists the number of times an emperor sighed?
There has never been a historian with a memory like mine, nor one who could keep such accurate records. Until now. The sole reason I have this excellent memory is to ensure that Her Majesty's great exploits are documented properly.
But if your memory's so good, then there's no reason for me to help, is there?
Oh, but there is. Her Majesty places a great deal of confidence in you. She often engages you in conversation, and the two of you spend an insufferable amount of time together. As such, you're able to obtain information I could not otherwise verify on my own. There is nobody more qualified than you to assist me in this undertaking.
I'm not gonna make a joke, but I'm so freaking tempted to. Oh my god.
Alright, fine. I get that you're serious about all this. I don't mind lending a hand when I'm not busy, and there doesn't seem to be much harm in it. For Edelgard, anyway.
Spoken like a true confidant of Her Majesty. How dependable of you. It's no wonder she trusts you more and more each day, even if it is maddening. And so, the time has come for me to grant you a very special privilege. I will permit you to devote yourself to Her Majesty as a sign of your undying love.
I'm honored, I guess. Does that mean you're not jealous of me anymore?
I suppose not. We will be comrades, joined in our quest to bestow love and affection upon Her Majesty.
Well, alright then. I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. I'm not really sure how I'd show my love for her, or if I'd even want to.
Very well. You clearly still fail to appreciate the full extent of Her Majesty's charm. However, I am confident you will come to your senses the more you assist me. I hope that one day you will ascend and become a true admirer of Her Majesty.
Yeah, you do that.
Oh, this is giving me ideas. That idea pool is a bubbling. Alright, so. Head over to the training instructor.
Time to work you into shape.
Alright. And okay. So doing the successive training should be enough to get. It shouldn't be interrupted. And I'm wrong, because of course I am.
I'll remember this.
No surprises here.
What can be the difference between victory and defeat?
Alright. Hey, Yuri, you pain in my butt. Next.
Not that there's any point. Prowess means nothing without resolve.
Table turner.
This'll help me break.
I'll take what I can get.
Okay. Next. We're gonna have to do this a lot. I'm gonna have to do this a lot.
Been a while since this.
Yeah.
We tried. That's what matters.
Only Thor.
No surprise.
This'll help.
No surprise.
Okay. Alright.
Work you into shape.
Now, Yuri. How many do I have? I have 5. So we're just gonna give Yuri all of these ones.
Obviously. I've earned this.
Three more.
Obviously. I've earned this.
Okay. There. Now... Now, there should be no need to worry about it. Alright. Alright, go!
Even a mule will look.
I am actually starting to get annoyed at this. I'm not going to lie.
Time to work you into shape.
But it helps that Shamir's now is now a Bow Knight, so there we go. Alright. Okay, can we finally get some progressive...
What a fascinating power.
Ah, come on! And...
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Alright, Edelgard.
I will hew my own...
Okay! Successive training! Go! There!
There must be more to this.
Even a mule.
Hey, a new...
I'll take what
Okay!
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat. Can't wait to see how you do.
And now even more supports are unlocked. Edelgard and Yuritsa. Alright, excellent.
Now here's a rare sight. Since when do you read tactics manuals? Do you miss your days at the Officers' Academy?
There's nothing to miss.
No, because I seem to recall everyone being in awe of their incredibly talented combat professor. I had big plans for you after you were assigned to us, but then the Academy was forced to close its doors. Still, you played a small but critical role. Still not one for conversation, I see. Even so, I feel I understand you and your thoughts more now than when we first met. You see, that silence of yours just said, I don't need you to know me. Such a typical Emil thing to say.
Don't call me that.
Why? Because Emil von Bartels is dead? Because he was already hunted down and killed for slaughtering everyone in his house?
He should have been.
Is that so? Well, I disagree. This is why you live on as Yuritsa von Hrym, and why you remain in good standing with a house that will one day be yours. This is why the world has the Death Knight. For my goals to be achieved, both men are indispensable.
You're greedy to desire that monster's power. His thirst is endless. Every soul he takes makes him less human.
If so, I'd say the Death Knight is the greedy one. I must watch my step, lest he and his side come for me in the night.
You are my master, for now. You let the Death Knight hunt. I am grateful. Your life is safe.
There's nothing to be grateful for. This is, and has always been, a contract that sees to both our needs. It just so happens I like having you, and the Death Knight, in my corner.
That was good. Okay, so I need to be working on Caspar, Dorothea, and Yuritsa. Wait, there's still a support? Constance and somebody? Constance and who? Oh, Petra. Guess that makes sense. before I see that...
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
It is Yuritsa. Okay, well, I do still need to work on that, so we're gonna leave that for now. And then for the Chore Master, Esther and that, we'll do that. Alright. Another support conversation.
Constance, I think I am starting to have more understanding of you. Both parts of you are the true you. The part that cannot be accepting is existing alongside the part that can. These two are always fighting inside you. It is very difficult.
I would venture to say that you have described me most aptly. There is still much about myself I have yet to understand, but the idea that the two parts of me exist in a state of conflict is most intriguing.
Before, you were telling me there was no point in having conflict over the past. You were letting go of the past to be living in the present. Your words were touching my heart.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much how, in my setting, Coco gets... Well, I don't want to say cured, because that's not the right word for it, because she doesn't get cured. It's more like... she becomes comfortable enough with who she is that there's not a sharp contrast between the depressed Coco in the sun and the, bombastic one in the shade. They kind of are on equal terms. There's a bit of both in both, if you understand the distinction. In other words, there's bringing it closer to the middle rather than there being this massive split.
Yes, I do suppose I may have said something to that effect. How mortifying.
Like, for example, she would not say anything to that effect. Say anything like, how mortifying, when she says, when she finds out she's giving good advice. It would be, I do hope that advice was worth hearing, something more to that effect. In other words, she has more confidence in herself to be able to have a bit more humility. In other words, depressed Coco has a bit more I guess I'll say self-confidence, and the shade Coco is got more humility, for lack of a better word. Because that's the problem, is the overconfidence with shade Coco is it's over the top, to the point where she seems really full of herself. Meanwhile, Sun Coco is just too much of a self-loathing. It has too much self-loathing to the point where it's just overwhelming,
But then you fled before I could be responding. That was showing me that you have difficult feelings for me after all. This is also one part of you battling with the other, I think.
It is entirely possible that such is the case. As I could never hide the truth from you, I must admit I found you somewhat intimidating. Despite my springing the topic on you without warning, you stood strong and listened, and were even gracious enough to discuss it afterward. You dazzled me, and I do not respond well to dazzling. I am weak and pathetic as I am now.
No, that is not weakness. It is balance. The weak part is existing, so the other part can be strong for you. Are you not agreeing?
Why ever would you think that?
Because I am the same. I am also having a weak part. Like you, I am always pretending that the past is not bothering to me. But my father is dead, as are many of my people. This gives me great sorrow, and I am unable to be accepting. The weak part of me is winning. Why is it that I am still living, when so many others had to be dying?
That is a thought that I ponder often myself.
Music's a
For what
little
purpose am
out
I
of
even
place.
here? Why is it that I am the only one left to suffer? Is there anything left for me to live for? All I feel is the pain of the people I have lost. But I know now that someone like you, a person as dazzling as the other part of me, also shares that same pain.
Of course.
May I be so bold as to ask what it is that gives you solace?
My brother and sister back home. They are still very small, but thinking of them always provides me with strength. If I am not able to be claiming the throne, they are likely to be killed. Bridget expects me to be a strong queen, a warrior. Only I can be improving our relations with Fodlan. I must be rising to the challenge. Where are you finding your solace?
I take peace in the dream the other part of me still believes in. The dream that one day, House Nouvelle will be restored to its former glory. As unlikely as this seems, I find I am unable to discard it entirely.
Then let us both be taking heart. We will be living and we will be fighting. We are sharing a past of sorrow. But together, we can be overcoming it and walking on towards tomorrow.
You have my deepest thanks, Petra. Alone, I may never have found the courage I need, but with you beside me, there is hope.
And that honestly is great support. So yeah, another story plus. All right, so now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the kitchen master. I'm gonna start getting some Edelgard and Caspar support points going here. Edelgard, are you at least neutral, Caspar? Of course. Is Edelgard neutral? She's not. Good.
Hey, this is...
How did you know I like it?
Oh, this...
And let's get some more Edelgard and Caspar support points. Okay. Tell me you at least have neutral. You do not. Alright, well let's see if Caspar's is neutral. Yes, okay, good.
Counting on you.
Oh yeah, we...
Leave it to me.
Alright, there's their B support. And yet another new support conversation is unlocked. Specifically finishing off Caspar. And then I just need to start working on each of the other... Wait, what? That's not I missed it. That's just a straight up I'm not allowed to this chapter. What? Huh? Okay, that's weird. That is weird. I hope that doesn't mean I'm going to end up having to... Okay, this one I missed. So the Lawrence is one that I'll have to get on New Game Plus. Well, that sucks. That sucks, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get Caspar so that way we can finish up for today.
Perfect timing, Caspar. I was just looking for you.
You were? Oh, I get it. You want to go a few rounds, huh? Fine, we'll take you down without even breaking a sweat.
This.
Well, no. I mean, okay, yes, at some point. But that's not what I'm here for. Your dad's around, right? I was sort of hoping I could get a session in with him. You know, a little lesson from the Minister of Military Affairs himself.
Yeah, you might not want to do that.
Why not? You're training with him, aren't you?
Well, sure, but I've been doing that since I could barely even talk. And it still knocks my backside into next month. A regular person like you wouldn't stand a chance.
What about this looks regular to you? Come on, I'm serious.
Don't say I didn't warn you. You want my advice? Don't eat anything beforehand if you don't want to be cleaning it off your armor later. Oh, and cancel all your plans for after, because I can guarantee you are not going to make them. Just keep that in mind, okay?
Come on, is it really that bad? I appreciate the advice, but I think I'll be fine.
Hey, better to be ready than get blindsided by the pain. Trust me, I've lived it. Training with my father? It's a marathon of blood, sweat, and tears that'll leave you feeling like you're face to face with the goddess herself. Hey, you still alive?
I can't feel my legs.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. You're just out of energy is all. You know, my father praised you. Nobody's ever kept up with him as long as you did. Apparently, he's gonna come up with even tougher training now. Though I really wish he wouldn't.
I think I underestimated you, Caspar. I don't know how you can handle training like that every day.
Getting used to it was kind of my only choice growing up. I mean, I'm not as clever as you, so I had to make up for it by being tough as nails. That's why I'm always so gung-ho about getting stronger. Though, I don't know if that's really the most efficient way to go about it.
No, that training. Efficiency has nothing to do with it. I think I get where that unwavering focus of yours comes from now.
Yeah? Well, in any case, I'm glad you're still alive and kicking. Our enemies aren't gonna know what hit them next time we get out on the battlefield.
Yeah. All this suffering would have been for nothing if we don't get the results to back it up.
You know, it's a nice change of pace seeing you like this.
Please don't laugh at my pain.
Yeah, that was good. All right. Ugh, that's a lot of supports completed. Damn. I'm so close to Mercedes being done. Wow. Okay, the Yuritsa one is done. I guess I could try working on the Ash one.
Care to make yourself useful?
So let's do that.
Counting on you both.
Come on, we'll do it together.
We can do. We all must do our fair share.
Alright. And then over here to the Kitchen Master.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Alright. Perfect.
Solid, solid.
Oh, thanks. Did you know this was one of my favorites?
Oh, I love this.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Yep. Called that. I freaking called that. Oh, hey, yeah, the C support with Ash. Okay. Apparently it's not too late for this one. Cool.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing?
Hey, Ash. Not much, just perusing this tactics book. Have you read it before?
I sure have. It was popular in Leicester a few years back, if I remember right. I picked it up myself back at the monastery, but it was so dense it took me ages to finish.
It's a pretty tough one, I'll give you that. But there's some great stuff in here too, if you can get past the writing.
Hold on. You were born in a remote mountain village in Ordelia territory, right?
Yeah. What's your point?
I guess I'm just impressed you can handle such an obtuse book, given your upbringing. I mean, nobles and the children of rich families are taught to read by default, but most commoners never get the opportunity. Honestly, I've been wondering who taught you ever since our time at the academy. I hope I didn't offend you. I'm just curious.
Nah, it's fine. I learned from my mom. Adoptive mom, that is. Looking back on it now, it is kinda weird that someone as smart as her was off living in the middle of nowhere like that.
Well, I'm sure she must have had a reason for being there.
Hard to say. She never liked talking about her past, so I don't know much beyond what I saw for myself.
At the very least, it's obvious she was well educated. That's clear just from looking at you. Not only can you read and write, but you know arithmetic and how to navigate with a map, too. In that sense, you're not so different from the average noble or knight raised in the lap of luxury.
You really think? Yeesh, you're gonna make a guy blush. I only have my mom to thank for raising me so well, though.
Yeah, she must have been an incredible woman. You know, I didn't know how to read myself until I met Lenato.
Huh. And now that you mention it, I never really saw the other mercs in my company with a book in their hands. Except for the captain, of course. Makes me wonder where my mom learned all that. But it's not like I can ask her now. She's gone.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so no, that's not... They're not even at the C support yet. But that's okay, because now we get to finish off yet another support. God damn, I'm just finishing so many of them.
Today's training was a total mess. My feet are killing me.
We need to stay in peak shape, though. You never know when we might get tossed into a battle.
True. We've got to be ready for anything.
Mercedes? You daydreaming again? I've gotta say, you've been acting all kinds of weird lately.
Have I? I feel perfectly fine, I assure you.
You sure? Back when we had that tea party, you looked so, I don't know, sad.
I suppose I can't hide anything from you. Things like tea parties with dear friends, or seeing the trainees work so hard to improve. It reminds me of how things were before the war, if just for a moment.
You mean back at the academy?
Yes, and before that, when I lived with my mother and my little brother. It also reminds me of the time I spent studying with friends at the School of Sorcery in the capital. Things may not have been easy then, but I would give anything to return to those days.
Huh. I don't think I've ever seen you get this sentimental about something.
The feeling surprises even me. All my years, I've gone wherever the current of life chose to sweep me. In truth, I used to think nothing ever went precisely how I wanted it to. But looking back now, I realize just how joyous all those moments really were. And yes, I'm aware it isn't good to dwell so heavily on the past, but I can't seem to help myself.
And that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with getting sentimental. Nobody's gonna judge you for reliving one or two good memories every now and then.
Thank you, truly. You're such a kind person.
Still, you shouldn't keep all your emotions bottled up like that. We might not go back to the peace of the old days anytime soon, but we can still have tea parties. I'm always here to listen if you ever need to get something off your chest, Mercedes.
You mean that? I'm so glad to hear it. In that case, why don't we have one right now?
Sure, I don't mind. But why now?
Because I used the money I'd been saving up to buy some more ingredients. Remember how we were talking about all those different kinds of delicious fruit desserts before? Well, I went ahead and whipped some up.
I could never turn down an invitation like that. Can't wait to see what you came up with.
All right. There we go. Okay. So that takes care of all of that. And yes, I think I am going to give a plus to the Shez and Mercedes support. Alright. Excellent. Alright. Well, that takes care of that. One last thing before I go.
I carry a little of everything here.
Okay, I don't have any of that.
You've got an eye for quality, friend.
Might as well buy up some stuff, because why not?
You've got an eye for quality, friend. Hope to see you again soon.
Alright. And that is gonna do it. So. Now that we've gotten all of that out of the way. So, here's the thing. And so here's the thing. I probably will be doing another late start to my stream tomorrow. Thankfully, I am off from work, so there won't be any ridiculously short streaming time this time. Thank God. But I do have some things that I need to deal with, including going and dealing with some paperwork issues and other shit. So I'm just going to go ahead and commit to, and I hope I can make this, noon Central Standard Time. I should be back by then. I will be back, and we will get Fire Emblem Warriors, 3 Hopes, Scarlet Blaze, moving on some more, or for chapter 14. And hey, who knows, we might even have the Warriors version of the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, which means Scarlet Blaze already has a leg up on Crimson Flower. Wrap your head around that shit. Well, okay. I mean, if I'm right about how that's gonna play out, but which I could be wrong, admittedly, but we'll see how that plays out. Regardless, I will see you guys tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time for some more Warriors 3 Hopes, and then Friday it's just back to business as usual, because at absolute most we're gonna need like a day to move, and then my hiatus will start for whenever the hell we can get the internet set up in the new place. So, but I gotta get going. So until next time, Blue Wolf Alex of the Lore Walker signing out. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at noon.